The dog is the main villain in the game, Duck Season, that kills anyone that plays the game. The dog looks like a man in a dog costume. The dog is a mascot of the Duck Season game that slowly stalks you. The dog, in Pillar Chase 2, has 3 types of weapons: a blaster/pistol, a shotgun, and a knife. The dog will probably work like Uncle Samsonite because the dog can teleport in and out of the games like it's a dimension. And in Duck Season, the dog uses the blaster/pistol to teleport inside of the game after he kills you. So it would make sense for him to use the blaster to teleport to the dimension, or whatever you want to call it. I think that the dog will probably have 2 moves. The first move would be where he can switch between the knife and the shotgun. And the second move would be where he will use the blaster to teleport inside of the game, dimension, whatever. And when inside of the dimension, he can choose which survivor to teleport to. He would probably be hard to balance if that's the case. He should be slower than the survivors and have high stamina. An idea I would have for a passive: it would work like PCX's passive were when there is 1 more survivor left. Both of you will be teleported to the Duck Season game where you will have to defeat the giant dog like in the actual game. And when you do defeat him, you will be teleported back to the game. And if you lose, you will get trapped in the game and the round will be over. Here are some sneaks of the dog. And that's pretty much it for the dog. A01 is an original monster made by a dev working on Pillar Chase. A01 seems to have some type of animal skull as a head. A01 body is very visible, having a black skeleton-like body. And I'm pretty sure that he has a skeleton horse mask on, and behind it, it is a smiling black face with razor-sharp teeth. A01 doesn't have any movesets yet, and I don't really have any ideas, but if I could think of one, I would have his movesets do something with bones and tentacles or something. Here are some sneaks of A01. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about with A01. Artelurr is another original monster that is coming to Pillar Chase 2. Artelurr looks like a deer mixed with a humanoid upper body with white fur, with an open rib cage. And he has a pouch that he can open, that he stores corpses. It also has antlers as hands. Artelurr's upper body can be seen on the wall in the lobby of the game. Artelurr already has all of his moveset done, and in my opinion, I really like how he works. To summarize, his passive: when you're near him and you have low HP, your screens start to freeze, your stamina regain will be slower, and the lower your HP, the worse the effects. For his first ability, he will open his neck pouch and throw out a corpse that grabs any nearby survivor. Once caught, you will get trapped in his neck pouch. That's all known for this ability. And for his second ability, basically he will shoot out a snow cloud, and if you step in it, you will get your vision obstructed. Artelurr is a slow ambush monster, meaning that Artelurr was made to slow survivors down like Ink Fell and surprise survivors. To be honest, Artelurr is one of 7 monsters that I cannot wait to release because I feel like he won't be a very skilled monster. Now for the sneaks. And that's pretty much it for Artelurr. The lamb is another original monster coming to the game. The lamb looks like a giant, bulky, dark gray wolf with a small white lamb on his neck with its jaw removed. The lamb has no known abilities yet, but if I had to guess, he would probably be a mix between Yasui and Niloticus. The lamb on the wolf's neck is a parasite that is controlling the wolf's body, and the lamb will have voice lines, which makes him even more cooler. There is not really a lot to talk about with the lamb because not a lot is known about him. So let's just move on to the sneaks. And that's pretty much all. SlenderMan is an upcoming monster in Pillar Chase 2. SlenderMan originates from an urban legend made in 2009 by Eric Knudsen. SlenderMan takes the appearance of a tall, slender, faceless man with a suit and tie with dress pants. It isn't known how SlenderMan slays his victims, but it is known that before his victims go missing, there are recordings of the event. When SlenderMan is seen on camera, the camera will begin to distort and start to static before the camera won't work anymore. SlenderMan has many depictions, like him with tentacles, or with his face having more details. Either way, SlenderMan is a monster that I can't wait to see release. Now to his ability ideas. SlenderMan will have 2 abilities and a passive. SlenderMan already has a passive whir. If you look at him within a 30-meter stud, your vision will start to static and darken, causing the map to look neon gray and making it hard to see. But SlenderMan doesn't have any known or confirmed moves yet. So if I had any ideas for his 2 moves, his first move could be where he floats up in the air and releases an air wave. If anyone is hit by the wave, their meter will start to fill up. If their meter maxes out, it will cause them to be manipulated by SlenderMan. Once this happened, you will start to go towards the survivors automatically. Once near one, you will start attacking them, and once you do 45 damage, you will turn back to normal. If you do not hit any survivors within 20 or 15 seconds, you will break out of the hypnotism. SlenderMan can also teleport to the survivor that he manipulated, like how Vapor can teleport to the person that is hit by the spider skull. For his second move, he will crawl forward with his tentacles with extreme speed with his hand in a grab form. Once a survivor is grabbed, SlenderMan will open his mouth wide and start to yell at the survivor. Once this happens, you will take 45 damage while having your screen static and darken. After this, SlenderMan will drop you while reconnecting his jaw back to his face, leaving you enough time to escape. Note that I think 45 might be a little too much, but it really depends on what his damage is. That's pretty much it. Now to the sneaks. And that's it for SlenderMan. Servant Grunt is another upcoming monster coming to Pillar Chase 2. Grunt is a deformed human with a stretched out jaw, no nose, and small amount of hair that isn't very noticeable. Grunt is from the game Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Grunts were created by Alexander of Brennenburg. They were created from Alexander's human henchmen by drinking tainted wine made by Alexander. Grunt has no known abilities and pretty much nothing is known about him. To be honest, I have never played Amnesia, so I don't know anything about the game, so I can't give any ability ideas. So let's just move on to his sneaks. And that's pretty much it for Servant Grunt.
There are infinite parallel universes. These universes all have one thing in common. They have a charm and a GoreField. Their destinies are connected. Johns and Garfields come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Many Garfields are bizarre monsters. These are called GoreFields.
GoreField is another upcoming monster coming to Pillar Chase 2. GoreField is from the series GoreField Game Boy, made by Lumpy Touch. GoreField looks like Garfield, but GoreField has glowing eyes and GoreField is green. GoreField from Pillar Chase 2 has 3 forms: his base/normal form, his beast form, and his spider form. In GoreField's beast form, he is bigger than his base form. His eyes are slightly more rolled back, and he has a big smile with yellow razor teeth. His stomach is slit open with there being black liquid mass instead of blood. GoreField's beast form seems to have large long claws with that black liquid on them. His spider form is more arachnid-like, with spider limbs covered in that black mass. That's all pretty much shown from this model. I have no ideas for his abilities because I don't know anything about GoreField. So let's just move on to the sneaks. And that's pretty much all for GoreField.
She flies around after dark, on the hunt for her next meal. The Krasue, the floating head. She is cursed with an endless hunger, one that can only be satiated by raw flesh.
Krasue is an upcoming monster coming to Pillar Chase 2. Originally, her was supposed to be coming out, but instead they replaced her with Krasue. Krasue is from the video game Eyes the Horror game, but she originates from Japanese mythology. Krasue is a woman with a decapitated floating head. Krasue's esophagus and some of her digestive tract are attached to her head. Krasue's mouth is slit on both sides, allowing her to unhinge her jaw and reveal her sharp razor teeth. No sneaks or anything has been released about Krasue, so no sneaks for you. Sorry to end this section so early, but whatever. Next monster.
Over there.
Hello? Hello? It's okay. We're gonna...
Lights off. They're coming!
The Witch is an upcoming monster coming to Pillar Chase 2. The Witch is from the video game Left 4 Dead. The Witch appears to be a sorrowed woman with gray skin, light blonde hair, and claws on her fingers. Like other zombies, the Witch was infected by the infected virus. There are a lot of theories on why the Witch weeps alone, while other infected zombies work together, like because she lost her child or she sees what she has become. Either way, the Witch is a monster that I can't wait to see because she is like SCP-096 from SCP Security Breach. The Witch would most definitely be faster than the survivors because, in the games when you are noticed by the Witch, she can run up to incredible speeds. I haven't played Left 4 Dead, but I have seen some gameplay on it. The Witch will probably be a mix between the Mimic and Rosemary. One of the Witch's moves would probably do something with increasing her speed or damage for a duration of time. But for her second move, she will start to screech loudly, causing anyone around her to get stunned in place. The people that are hit will start to take 2 ticks of damage every second for 15 to 20 seconds and will start to hear ringing sounds while their camera will start to blur, making it harder to hear and see. The Witch is passive when she kills a survivor. Her stamina drain will decrease by 15% for 25 seconds and survivors will be shown for 5 seconds. The Witch's stamina will be 50, her sprint speed will be 29, her damage will be 25 or 30, and her stamina drain will drain slightly slower than PCX. The Witch is a monster I cannot wait to be added because I love the Left 4 Dead games. So let's move on to her sneaks. And that's pretty much all for the Witch. If you made it this far, thank you. I wanted this video to be completely done before Stricken came out, but he came out, so I had to split the video into 2 parts. And part 2 will be released sometime next week, so hopefully you enjoyed the video, and adios.